Greetings. I wanted to take the time to talk about how the Demiurge and his minions, the Archons, use feedback loops and negative feedback loops um, to try and hook the chosen back in and get their hooks in you. It's like a negative feedback loop in audio engineering. So my examples are basically the Captain Save-A-Ho gene. You know, I had my daughter's mother, that was not my vibrational frequency. She was, you know, mentally ill, to say the least. And so that ended up, she had a common law husband she left for me. And it just ended up being, she magnetized chaos and disaster and death and destruction wherever she went, like Tasmanian devil. So that was the energy of that loop. And then Maria was the similar situations. She drew me into some of the most dangerous situations that you could ever imagine, because she was an attention whore with daddy issues. She just, loved men fighting over her, got her wet, to say the least. And so then here we are again with this Hoey Flea, the queen of the pirates, final bitch boss, over there at Slab City, at the Pirate Pallet Hizzy Shack. So I recognized the patterns and realized it was another loop that either or both or all the above, things were going on in this in the spiritual realm and the flesh realm. Either it appears by design, meaning this Cy Rivera, this supposed ex-boyfriend of hers that still lives on the property, and he just won't leave. And he's got a gun, and he's shot people before, and he's gotten away with it, and he's got felony warrants, and the sheriffs know exactly where he is, and everybody knows exactly where he is, but he's still living it up out there. Doesn't it sound kind of fishy? It sounds like a CI to me. Sounds like a stooge that they put in there and they give him a free pass as long as he does a little bit of their dirty work. And then this Hoey Flea, Joey Lee, turns out to be telling me her Freudian slips within the time that I was putting all this together and left. And so it all ended up being a real shit show, and I made my way out of it. This is part two, because I got rudely interrupted by somebody at some park employee likes to poke around and get into my business. So the bottom line is, Hoey Flea had done some spells while I was there of protection, and I saw her book. She had this book with 5 stars on it, and she told me, finally admitted to me, that she's a witch, basically, because she's real quiet about all the stuff I talked about with gray magic and what have you. And she admitted she was a witch, and she admitted that she does her spells 5 times she recites her spells. Okay, so you put all this together. You've got a criminal informant that gets away with anything at the slabs, this Cy Rivera. You've got this witch, succubus, that's bragged about sleeping with thousands of guys, like that's cool. So you put all this together. These individuals were put in my path knowingly to try and wrap me up in another negative feedback loop, to try and pull me out of my destiny and higher purpose. And I caught it in time. I was like under a spell. I was basically under a spell, and I had to create a spell in song format, not just to break the spell, but to directly go after the archonic force or forces that were behind this, and not just that, that were manipulating this Joey Lee, aka Hoey Flea, this meth junkie, uh, cheap vodka drinking, um, feral female that basically was uh, luring me into this Jerry Springer, Dr. Phil, Steve Wilkos uh, script, Lifetime made for TV, and I pulled myself out of it. And I'm doing the video here to try and show people the links that these archonic forces go to stop the chosen, sabotage us, derail us, get us unalived or buried under a prison somewhere. And these are some of the techniques they use. So when you see these patterns of things that have happened in the past that have been presented to you, certain scenarios, it's like different faces, different names, but it's like almost the same bullshit shit show. Yeah, that's how they do the loops. That's how they do the Truman trauma, Hunger Games show. Meets Hostile. And when you identify these patterns in your life, all I can say is act accordingly.